artifacts. You and the hunter. For your sake, I hope he is.
Once we're on the ground, you'll be taking point. I'm looking forward to seeing more of what you can do.
Hello.
Hello. Again. Let's go find the emissary, shall we? I'm sure we'll meet plenty of their friends along the way. Yes, look at us, working together. Oh, we're just scratching the surface. Some Starborn make a habit of using local mercenaries to build fortifications. Try to hold the rest of us off. All these defenses and the people who built them are pawns. Our true goal lies further inside. Madness and tradition, I suppose. Somehow this place started being the final proving ground. You'll probably start to understand why as we get further in. It's special. I've tried to break the habit of doing this a few times, but even I can't stop all the Starborn in the universe from converging on this spot. It's annoying. Rule 1. Don't trust the dead. A powerful Starborn can resurrect corpses to fight for them. Nearly as well as when they were alive. And the big military base isn't just for show. Robots, turrets, security doors. Expect everything. I'm not sure who thought of it first, but getting those ecliptic mercs to build a little fortress on top of the temple was pretty inspired. Of course, we'll still need to kill a few Starborn, too. Here they come.
Okay, you're up. Something goes wrong in there, we'll come get you.
Why would anything go wrong? Shouldn't we...
Would you shut up? Both of you do your jobs. Client is on his way.
Ah, there you are. Enjoy your little jaunt in the multiverse? There will be a few more up ahead. It's a multiverse. Both of those questions are probably true somewhere in the infinite. But if you were worried that you just murdered someone from your past, then I think the odds are low. It's all a blur to me these days. Although my favorites are the ones related to my time on Earth. I'm older than you might think. Yes, let's.
generated members. It's just me repeating your name into a data slate. For 5 hours.
We have visitors! Wadek, you didn't tell me we have visitors.
We have visitors.
Welcome! What's mine is yours. Well, no, it's still mine, but you get what I mean. I'm impressed. How did you... You don't deserve the final artifact. This life you've led, you're nothing but a thief, an opportunist, a liar. It's more than credits that the Unity will demand of you. You think you have a right to the infinite? You're nothing! Guards!
One over here!
This temple has a way of getting to you. Don't let it.
I hear Constellation has been collecting a ton of new things. Ancient.
Finally, it's good to be back.
Come on, Rook. Come on. You can barely stepped on the juryman's road with us. Can't see another soul off to the void so soon. No. No. I'll pour one out to the blackest sea for you, Rook. What the? Crix's ghost? What kind of cruelty is this? Is some starborn trick? Come to mock me before you twist the blade? Multiple universes? You're a visitor jumping through the gates of space and time? Not sure if you're just a reflection of a shattered brain, but okay. I get your meaning. Well, ghost from the other side. I'll keep what you said rolling around in my head for a spell. But for now, wouldn't mind if you gave me a bit. I just lost a friend.
Another cycle. way of getting to you. Don't let it.
Following in your footsteps right now. It's so cool.
I know you're not the person I lost all those universes ago. But my heart still breaks just the same. And you have no right to pursue the artifacts with no regard to the consequences.
Look at us, a great team. Now the unity awaits. Oh, probably. But the similarities between universes blur after a while. It makes the differences all the sharper. Fortunately, the multiverse is full of them. After a while, you won't get so attached. Here, you've earned these. Once all the artifacts are together, the way to the Unity will open. Then, you and I will be walking into the infinite. I'll be making myself at home on your ship from here on out. I want to make sure I'm nearby for the big moment. That's not exactly how this whole process works. Let's just get to the Unity. You'll understand after you've been through it a few times. You really don't get it, do you? It's everywhere, it's nowhere. You think about it too long, your head's going to explode. All that matters is that the armillary is your ticket to it. Save the rest for those hypocrites who want it to be something it's not. Well, that depends on your perspective, honestly. But if you're attached to the versions of the people you know from this universe, then a little goodbye chat might be in order. Oh, I'd rather not say. It's a personal experience. Best to just see it for yourself. The armillary just needs to be completed in your ship. Then, once your grav drive gets a little power, the two will react, and you'll be there.
We did it! We have all the artifacts!
I appreciate what you're doing, Walter, but honestly...
The matter is settled, Sarah. That's the end of it. Tip your ear for a moment?
You must let me contribute. Walter and I were just discussing the expenses incurred during the attack.
No, I was explaining that there's nothing to discuss. It's been taken care of.
It seems that Walter has taken it upon himself to cover the costs of the repairs to both the lodge and the Eye, as well as any expenses relating to the funeral services.
Barrett, for all his antics, was an essential part of this group. And a friend.
None of us would be here without the others. We're all incredibly indebted to one another.
can't thank you enough, Walter.
Sarah, I know we argue about money all the time. Most of it is in jest, but occasionally it's not. This is the one way I can best contribute to our work. It has been, and continues to be, an honor to do so. And when this is all over, we can go back to squabbling about minor expenses. But it was important to me that I do this.
Fair enough. Well, since we're already talking about this, there is one more thing I'd like to do for Barrett, and I'd appreciate your input. Nothing extravagant, just a small plaque here in the lodge. Something to remember them by. Where do you think would be appropriate? Sounds fitting. Any objections, Walter?
No, I think this is a fine idea.
Then it's settled. I'm glad we had this discussion.
And now, perhaps we can try and move on.
Yes, I think that's right.
Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo. It'll be a shame to pack up all the modifications to the Eye for finding the artifacts. But she's earned a break. Gilded our fortunes for sure. Aye, I'll drink to that. I'll be taking up the chair when everyone's gone in the Unity. Set Constellation's course for another new beginning. Not my first time at the helm for a crew, but going to take it slow. Tell you the secret whys of a retired fleet member. There's a way things end. Have to see that before time and luck catches up. Well, tipped your ear long enough. I'll be smiling as you walk through Eternity's gate. Give the next universe something to talk about, yeah?
I like going on adventures with Dad, but I like being able to come home to my room, too. I can't wait to get to the Unity! I've been reading all about parallel universe theory, and I'm so ready to meet another version of me. You think it's okay if I call them Cora too? I'll have to check all my charts and double-check all the locking mechanisms and see what kind of differences there are in the next universe. You know, in case we get into the kind of trouble we always do. Look, Dad said that there's a chance we might all get separated after we go to the Unity. You don't think that's going to happen, do you? So that everyone else can leave me behind? You know what? I'm losing something either way, so... if I have a choice, I'm choosing adventure. I'm sure gonna miss the lodge, but I can't wait to see what happens next.
Corco, that room of yours better be clean next time I go in there. Coming up on the end of a long ride here. We got all the artifacts. You ready for what comes next? Might not see each other on the other side. Hey, this face is a co-family institution, I'll have you know. Probably some obnoxious bust of it lying around the estate somewhere. Hey, listen, you're probably wondering about Cora. I played it over in my head 1,000 times, and I've made up my mind. She's coming with. I know what everyone's gonna say, but even if I told her no, she'd find some way on board that ship. And if we stayed behind, we'd both regret it. I'm sure plenty of the others won't like it, and I'll be worried like no tomorrow if we don't end up in the same place. But I gotta keep telling myself that Cora's ready for this. And hey, same goes for you. If we don't see each other on the other side, it's been, all worth it.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the gabs with you.
Our journey seems to be coming to an end.
Dad, have you ever tried
So,
Aurora?
the Unity awaits.
Well,
I'm not as afraid as I thought I would be.
Not in a long time, sweetheart.
Stepping away from the
Not
world
since
you know
born.
What was it
can
like?
lead to a better place.
Terrible, terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst.
Constellation has given me a home, and I will always be grateful. But I also feel ready. Do you think we will see each other after the Unity? Will we even recognize each other if we do? I do too. But the emissary makes me doubtful. They are both the person we lost and someone else entirely. If we do not see each other again, then this is goodbye. I am proud that I was present for this journey.
Hey, Dad? Will
I
you
have
read to me tonight
things
before bed?
I wish to discuss with you.
Read to you, sure.
When you have
I'd like
time.
that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
Now that you have all the artifacts,
Will
we
you
should
do
talk.
funny voices for the
Oh,
characters?
so.
Like you used
So this is it. This armillary can finally be assembled, and the Starborn are sure that something will happen on the other side. Something that will make us like them. Funny. I thought after all this time I'd be screaming in excitement to jump into the unknown, but I feel like I'm hesitating. I was just taking for granted that Constellation would keep going, past the end. But we don't know what's waiting for us. Say we go to the Unity, become Starborn, enter another universe. Will there even be a Constellation there? It won't be ours, even if it is. I really turned you into a true believer, didn't I? Oh, what have I done? All right, let's get back to it. One more jump into the unknown.
It's almost as if you think I'm made of credits.
When
What
you
is
have a
it this
moment,
time?
I'd like to speak to you.
Of course, of course.
Hello.
I'm just a...
I have been thinking about what we talked about before. The idea of purpose in one's life. We spoke of the difference between having a purpose and having goals. I believed myself right in the moment and dismissed what you were saying. But thinking more, perhaps I have been arrogant to assume I am right. I have been single-minded in my pursuits. I have always believed the decisions I made were necessary, that there was no other option. I have sacrificed much to be where I am now. And I'm starting to wonder if it has been worth it. Doubts have never been something I would consider. I have told you that I am not one to discuss my past. And yet, I am not sure I believe that. I promised to provide for my family. That meant working with smugglers to procure supplies we could not acquire any other way. I have spent my adult life away from my home, jumping from one planet to the next, living in dangerous conditions, often surrounded by violence. It certainly influenced the way I see the universe. I was convinced from the beginning that it was unwise to let anyone get too close. I had, maybe not quite friends, but people I cared about. Yet there was always a distance I could not reach across. I often find other people complicated and confusing. It seemed easier to not become attached, especially when circumstances meant I might never see them again, with no warning. Until now, I have disagreed strongly with that idea, but therein lies my concern. What I am trying to say is that I now wonder whether it has been the right decision to distance myself from others. I appreciate that more than you know. Can we speak for a moment?
So you made your choice, and the emissary is dead. I don't like either of those starborn assholes, but I gotta be honest. The emissary was easier to stomach. Why'd you have to kill him? I won't press. So all this metaphysical philosophy, did you buy it? To the hunter, everything seems to boil down to power, plain and simple. Might makes right. What's all this mean to you? I guess I could see that. Still, these calls you're making are, impossible. Crazy, even. I just want you to know that I'll back your call every time. Sure. I might bitch about things after. That's the benefit of not being the one in the hot seat. I guess destiny awaits. I can't believe I just said that.
What did you need? So you chose to kill the emissary.
Want to hear a joke?
I do not necessarily wish to second-guess you, but I do not understand your reasoning. On the surface, at least, the emissary seemed the more reasonable of the two options.
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
A very calculated move, but I suppose I see the logic of it. I know that the emissary was not Barrett.
Hey, next time you see Barrett, try it out.
At least not the Barrett we knew. But did their identity make it any more difficult? I can appreciate that. It was an incredibly difficult situation in which to be placed. But now I suppose there is a single clear path forward. And it means working with the Hunter. I'm glad to hear you say that. I would not like to think you are truly siding with him. I want you to know that I recognize that you have been forced to make some unbelievable decisions. You are a valued member of Constellation and an ally. I will trust your judgment and stand by you until the end. I am glad, and I am happy to give it. I know you have much on your mind, so I will not keep you further. But I will be here when you are ready to take on whatever is next.
I am the moth to your flame.
Are you okay,
the magnet
Dad?
to your fridge.
You look
the
tired.
lint in your
No,
pocket.
you're sweet to
That
worry,
was
darling.
a
I'm
good
all right.
talk. It'll be
Your dad's
hard
just
to
not
top
as
it,
young as he
but
used to
you
be.
always manage.
I've thought about it, and as much as I would love to see the Unity the way Keeper Aquilus has experienced it, I'm not coming with you. Thank you. I know this is probably coming as a surprise. I think I need to look for my answers here, in this universe. And I can't leave my parents. I know they would understand, but they're not getting any younger. You too. I know I'm flaking out at the end, but I'm glad I was a part of all this.
Facts are all gathered. We've done it. There's nothing like an investment paying off. We've succeeded beyond my wildest dreams. Everyone should feel proud. Oh no. This moment isn't about my corporate holdings, no. Being part of Constellation was just for me. Although there's always opportunities, I'm not above taking advantage of what we learn as a group. Alas, while I would like to take the final jump with everyone, I'm afraid the saying, "you can't take it all with you," has caught up to me. There might not be a Stroud Eklund in the next universe, and certainly not mine. And I would be a poor choice of company if I was, well, poor. You see, that's a bad lesson to teach. Time is money. And an interest on a loan is the incentive to remember that. Goodbye, my friend. If I could borrow a bit from Sebastian Banks, bring light into the darkness of the unknown.
So I know we aren't keeping all the artifacts here anymore, but I think I can get some good readings from your ship. You have no idea how excited I am to analyze the data after you jump to the Unity. I'm gonna make some coffee. Pull an all-nighter. What? No. I do not do field work, especially not the restructuring yourself at the molecular level kind. Or whatever the Unity actually does to make you starborn. Anyway, Vladimir and I have been talking, and we're both staying here. Someone has to keep Constellation going with so many people leaving. It'll be pretty quiet at first, but that's what Constellation has been doing forever, right? An old generation moves on, a new one moves in. Okay, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. And I'm sticking to that. So, goodbye. I'll miss you all.
Coffee and sweets.
A moment, Captain. It appears Constellation's current mission is at its end. It is customary to offer congratulatory statements. Thank you. If I were sentient, I am sure I would be feeling a great sense of pride and increased social connectivity to you. I hope the process of becoming starborn is done without causing any physical trauma. But, given the unknown physiological requirements of crossing universes, that seems unlikely. I am told that is the best way to deliver potentially upsetting news. If we do not see each other again, goodbye, Captain. From a statistical standpoint, you have been an unusually effective member of this team.
You made it. I hope you're enjoying the view. I never get tired of staring at it. Eternity. It's natural that your mind would go there. And it's not a simple question to answer. You stand now at the very center of space and time. Center being the best word to grant you understanding, but still not entirely accurate. The unity is what was, what is, and what shall be. It is nowhere and everywhere. Nothing and everything. It is the unity. Any other meaning is entirely up to you. All of you. A thought occurs. Can anyone ever truly experience reality outside oneself? All of time and space filters through a singular perspective. I am as much you as you are part of everything. All points connect to here. When a star is born or dies, its existence beats through the heart of this place, the Unity. I have seen all you are, have been, and could be. Do you feel like you've lived a good life? Is there anything you regret? Do you feel dead? You are energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. Fair. I wonder what your decision will be then. In order to become Starborn, you must give the universe one last thing. Yourself. That intangible part of you, that something that makes you unique amongst the infinite, will explode like a supernova. A part of you will fuse with the essence of this universe, while another part leaves it behind forever. Do you understand what I mean? This one final leap will change this universe forever, even as you leave it behind. Unknowingly, you just answered your own questions. For who creates things but creators? That is what they have been named throughout the endless circle of time. Are they one or many? Human or alien? Terrestrial or celestial? One day, you might even meet the creators. But not this day. As for the why, so that you could ask that very question, so that you could stand before me for time immemorial and delve into the mysteries of the unending cosmos. An example might help. If your colleagues in Constellation also choose to be reborn, for instance, then their spirit of discovery will spread across this universe. More people will start looking up at the night sky and wonder, what's out there? Walk into the gate of light, and you will become Starborn. Everything will vanish, and you will awaken somewhere else. But that isn't your only potential destiny. You could turn around, walk away from the Unity until the stars fade away, and you will wake up on your ship, in your universe. You could live out the life you have. I've enjoyed speaking to you once again. All of you. Every version that is here in the Unity right now. Go out into the stars. As you consider stepping towards infinity, I offer you a glimpse into what will happen to the universe you may be leaving, as the essence of who you are is spread throughout space and time. The Constellation membership who stays behind will, in time, publish their data about the discovery of the artifacts, the Starborn, and the Unity. Space exploration across the settled systems is given new life as people search for hope out there in the stars. The hunter is reborn once again, His ethic of expediency and individual will spreads throughout the universe he leaves behind. Many will find the courage to rise and seize power from those who have it, for good or ill. You can return to your universe if you wish. Although you leave this universe behind, a new universe awaits you. Who will you be in this one? What choices will you make?
faction markings or registered manufacturer. Please maintain course while we scan you. Assuming scans even work on whatever it is you're flying. Alright, we're done. You're cleared to land at New Atlantis.
Like their owners thought decorating their ships with heat leech nests would be a nice touch.
This unprovoked attack on the United Colonies research facility will not go.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave.
Wish that bartender at the viewpoint would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us. Ever run into spacers? Come back.
Excuse me, this is a private... Wait. There's something familiar about you. Vasco, identify.
Scanning. Cross-referencing known employee records of our affiliated organizations. Please remain still. This appears to be the miner from Argos Extractors. Lost as we were carrying the artifact from Vectera. Current whereabouts, previously unknown.
I see. Vasco already delivered the artifact. So, Why are you showing up now? I see. So some of our theories about the artifacts are correct.
You're taking their word for it? What if this person's just delusional? Breathed in too many gases in that mining operation.
Why don't we hear her out? We know next to nothing. We have everything to gain if she's telling the truth.
All right, let's hear it. So, that's what we're looking for. The pieces to an armillary. A path to the center of a multiverse.
This is either the truth, or the most elaborate practical joke I've ever witnessed.
I think we're past the point of doubting, Walter.
In any event, we'll be able to see for ourselves. We know where most of the artifacts are now, and presumably how we get them. I don't know if you should rush off to meet them. Some of those artifacts granted you powers, am I right? We should leverage that. I want you to check with Vladimir on the Eye. Cross-reference what you've told us with what he's picking up on the scans. You track down the artifacts the Eye finds, while we gather the others. I hope that other Sarah of yours knows you're safe. Now let's get those artifacts.